Today I'm going to show everyone how to make technically my wife's recipe of Reese's peanut butter chocolate cups. Well, not Reese's, homemade. These today that I'm going to be showing you are virtually sugar free. The only sugar is found in the peanut butter, and it's a very small amount, not an included amount. Originally my wife would make this for holidays and different events, and she made it with sugar, just like a normal Reese's that you would get from the store. And as we've gotten older and now we have children, we've tried to cut out the amount of sugar, and these are really perfect because the most important thing, they taste better than a Reese's peanut butter cup, much better. And like I said before, outside of what you found in the peanut butter, which I think is only 2 grams, there is no actual sugar in it, which is great if you're trying to avoid sugar for dietary reasons, or if you just don't want to add that much sugar to your life. So I think you're really going to enjoy these, and let's go ahead and get started. Alright, let's start with the ingredients. It's pretty simple: sugar, Catalina Crunch cereal, peanut butter, and some chocolate chips. This is Swerve sugar replacement, and it's important to note that it's a confection sugar, and also technically it's not sugar, so there's 0, and make sure to get the confection. The Catalina Crunch cereal, we get the honey graham. You can also use maple, but I highly recommend getting the honey graham. It just tastes better. And then once again, we look at this, 0 sugar, so it's going to work for our recipe. And here's Bake Believe dark chocolate with no sugar added. This is just what we found as being the best, and we look, once again, 0 sugar, so it'll be perfect for our recipe. For the peanut butter is Smucker's Natural, and there's 2 grams of sugar in this peanut butter, and it is the only sugar that goes into the recipe. The equipment's pretty simple: a blender, something to melt the chocolate, a mixing bowl, and most importantly be those silicone cups you see, those little red cups. So I highly recommend getting these. This is the only equipment you might have to go out and buy, but they're perfect for making the cups. So the first step is to go ahead and melt our chocolate. I've got my chocolate melter on and set to melt, and I'm gonna just start off with about a half a bag of these chocolate chips. The next step is to go ahead and get our cereal nice and blended. You want it to be pretty smooth. It's going to get mixed in with the peanut butter, and it's the crunch effect similar to what you get in an actual Reese's cup. So very important that you get it blended up very well. Go ahead and put the whole bag in, and maybe you're better at me than using a blender, but can't get the lid on quite right, and gonna have to call an audible or maybe a little bit of assistance. Somebody, is there somebody here? Oh wait, yep, there's my wife. She knows how to make it work. So once you get the lid on right, go ahead and plug it in, because it's gonna need some electricity. And let's get that cereal ground up very fine as you can get it. One ingredient I forgot in the beginning was butter. You're going to need 1 stick of butter, and you want to go ahead and get this melted. Make sure not to overcook it, and I usually just do it in the microwave, take about 10-second intervals. Okay, now our butter is melted, and it's time to mix in all of our ingredients. That'll be the cereal, the peanut butter, and the sugar to make the filling. So let's start off with the cereal. We can get a spoon and get that out later to mix in. It's 1 cup of the quote-unquote sugar. Nope, just 1 cup. No need to add any more. And then 1 cup of peanut butter. No reason to get super fancy, just lots of elbow grease. Get it mixed in with the spoon, and you don't want to see any white left. It should all be a peanut butter colored consistency. No ingredients. Now it's time to go ahead and start filling our cups up with chocolate. Use this nice little small scoop. It's 1.5 teaspoons per scoop. And we're going to go ahead and put our 1.5 teaspoons of melted chocolate in each cup. Now at this point, we're trying to make our base of our chocolate cup. So when you get it in there, you want to go ahead and rotate the cup around and get all the sides. That way you make a perfect little cup to hold the peanut butter. And after we're done coating all the bottoms of our cups, we're going to stick them in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes so that they harden up and they'll be perfect to put our peanut butter in. Okay, now our bases are nice and hard after being in the refrigerator, and we can start adding our peanut butter filling. I got my 1.5 teaspoon cup after I washed the chocolate off, and we'll go ahead and start putting a scoop into each cup. And once we get them in there, I use my fingers to kind of mush them in and get them fairly flat and even across the bottom of the cup. And we'll fill up each one of these until we have all of them done. So now we got our cups filled with peanut butter, and we're gonna go ahead and start covering them with chocolate. I got my 1.5 teaspoon chocolate scoop again, and I'll scoop the chocolate into each one. And it's important after you get an adequate amount of chocolate in there to go ahead and rotate these cups around and get that entire top covered with chocolate. If you have to, just add a little more. Then finally, once we get these done, we'll stick them back in the fridge. I normally leave them overnight, but around 30 minutes to an hour should be good. Okay, now for the big reveal. These should be done. They've all hardened up. They got a good shape from our silicone cups. And here we go. I've cut one open. You can see how much peanut butter is in the middle of that filling, and they make great shape. They're of course a little bit larger than your normal Reese's peanut butter cups, but they taste so much better. So that's it. That's the almost sugar-free chocolate peanut butter cups. The only sugar in it is technically in the peanut butter, and if you can find peanut butter that doesn't have sugar, then you got sugar-free. And these are really good. I'm serious when I said that they're better than the Reese's peanut butter cups you buy at a store. And it's great. Halloween's right around the corner. If you don't want to get completely crazy sugar filled, make a couple of these. So that's it. I hope you make them, and I hope you enjoy them.